hosted to you and brought to you by Anura Music Studio under the auspices of Mongolian Embassy to the United States of America and the Department of Public Diplomacy and Cultural Cooperation of Mongolian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This event is one of many events that are being hosted by the Mongolian government's initiative to spread the knowledge of and the practice of morin khuur instrument, which you will see today, which is also a UNESCO-declared intangible heritage of humanity. Today, we have many distinguished guests amongst our midst, including Mongolian Ambassador to the United States of America, His Excellency, Mr. Ultsitilgrim Batbayir. And with his invitation, ambassadors of other nations, as well as former ambassadors of the United States to Mongolia, thank you for being here. We also have honored guests from the Department of State, Department of Defense, Diplomatic Corps, and United States Congress. And each and every one of you, thank you for being here. I'm your host, Batrama. Today, I'll give you some information about the musical pieces, hoping that I will help aid your understanding of the music and the appreciation of the performances better. Today, the concert is rather unique because this concert is brought to you by Mongolian children, the diaspora that live in the United States, and they learn about the roots, the culture, and ancestral way of living through music. And as we all know, music knows no bounds, and it transcends all language barriers. Our concert has three main parts. Part one will focus on Mongolian folk dance, as well as folk music in general. Usually, as you can see behind me, Mongolian traditional morin khuur. Morin khuur is an interesting instrument, also known as the horsehead fiddle, due to having horsehead at the top, a trapezoid wooden sound box, and having 2 strings only. The bigger string is made out of 130 stallion tail hair, hence known as the main string, and the smaller string is made out of 105 mare's tail hair, also known as the female string. And precisely because of this interesting make and the feature of the instrument, it's pivotal that it needs to be tuned every single time. And this is what makes it unique, and that's what you will observe today. Because of this, animal found product, and because of its feature, the ambient temperature, as well as the, humidity, and all those things impacts the sound of the instrument. So please bear with our artists. Our first part will focus on traditional folk music. And one of the things we will start with be bow dance, also translated as the shaman dance. All right, Mongolian ancestors always believed in the eternal blue sky, Tingir. And as such, it was really necessary to have a medium to talk with the sky and beyond. This version of the shaman dance you will see is not a religious ceremonial version, but rather an artistic expression of it. But nonetheless, it is to call for good luck, prosperity, and protection. And then we're going to have our Act 2, which will be Ortindo, also translated as the long song. It's called long song, not because it's really long in length, but rather the syllables are kept really long, extended duration while it's being sung, hence the name long song. Sometimes it's also known as the lyrical chant, if you will, and it is done with an abundance of expression, ornamentation, falsetto, and really long vocal range. You will have this brought to you by our long song singer, Our third act will be Alte Maktal, also known as the Praise to the Mount Alte. You'll have Homi singer, also known as the throat singer, Anand, bring it to you. And throat singing is rather interesting because the artist can emit 2 distinct sounds at the same time. If you have scanned the QR code when you logged in, please follow me as I'll give introductions in chunks. So again, let's welcome the very first act by Tilgirma, the bow dance. Well, I hope you're having a good time, do you? All right, our next act is Bibilge. It's a traditional folk dance originated in the western part of Mongolia. And there are many different varieties of this dance, but there's one that unites them all, and that's the depiction we will see today. And this dance has many interesting aspects because it literally shows the traditional Mongolian way of life, a nomadic lifestyle. Whether it's the hands, the shoulders, the legs, all aspects of the dance is expressing the daily lives of a herder, whether it's milking the cow, herding, hunting, or even rituals such as offering milk to the sky. And our final act, which you will see today, is going to be an interesting one, we hope, because this is one of the most traditional things is the horses. Horses are called, you cannot separate Mongolians from their horses, and this act is called galloping horses. The traditional horsehead fiddle is known to be the best instrument to depict different sounds and expressions of a horse. And I really hope you enjoy the last two acts of part one. Do you agree this is the best instrument for the galloping of the horse, everybody? All right, well, we're ready for the part 2 of the concert. In this section, we'll present you classical music written both by international and Mongolian composers. We will start with a piece written by Sharaf called I Want to Go to the Bright Horizon, and it will be played by a piano student, Michelle. And before we go any further, let's take a moment to express our gratitude towards Anura Music Studio, where all the students who are playing are from there. This studio not only teaches traditional Mongolian instruments, but also classical instruments such as piano, and this is what you will experience today in this session. The second act is written by Vittorio Monti. It's called Chardash. It'll be played by two very talented morin khuur players, Irtum and Ochirbat. And the last act of part 2 will be played by Isucheng on Yacheng, which is the Mongolian hammer dulcimer, and this will be Vivaldi's famous Four Seasons' Summer. And I hope you enjoy part 2. I hope you continue to enjoy the music by our students of Mongolian diaspora in the America. Well, in the very last part of our concert, we're playing relatively modern music, and it's my pleasure to let you know we're ready to present you a mix of scores from movies such as The Legend of 1900, La La Land, and The Pirates of the Caribbean. Please welcome Anura Music Studios, morin khuur Ensemble. Many wonder, how can you play modern or European or classical music with two strings? And the answer was, there you have it. Well, our next two acts are both written by Mongolian composers. One of them is Interlude, and the other one is Natsking Jansenaro, a very renowned Mongolian composer who's written the score for the movie Mandokhaya the Wise, which is about the famous Mongolian warrior queen. And on this number, we're going to have a piano student, Ingching, with us. I hope you continue to enjoy. Thank you, everyone. Well, I'm ready to welcome all our young artists out there. Anura Music Studio has a lot of students, and we're ready to have all of our artists on the stage. And while they're setting them up, let me or more explain a few things. So morin khuur, the instrument you've been enjoying so far, is it's not a mass-produced instrument. It's bespoke, custom, and every single one of them is hand-carved. So while they're taking the stage, please take a moment to see the differences in color and, custom differences of these different fiddles. Well, our young artists out there, some of them are as young as only 7 years old, and most of them are studying for only 1 year. So very excited for them to be on this stage and to share this audience with you. Well, while they're taking and setting up the stage, I would like to thank a few people on behalf of our studio. Well, first and foremost, we'd like to thank our director, Mr. Khadung, who is a Mongolian state-honored artist who flew in from Mongolia just to help us with the concert. Thank you very much. We also have 3 professional artists with us today, and that would be drummer Bilgun, our timpanist Titmung, and double bass player Migmurbun. Where are you? There you are. They actually flew in from Mongolia just a couple of days ago to, bring you this concert. So thank you very much for being here. And last but not least, we'd like to thank our 2 teachers. Horsehead fiddle teacher, Hatambot. I'm sure he's somewhere behind taking care of something. And our piano instructor, Munkberg. Without their dedicated teaching and also imparting knowledge to the next generation, there won't be Mongolian young artists to bring you this concert. So thank you very much to both of our teachers. And every single one of you, we're truly grateful you chose to spend this day with us. And all artists, please welcome to the stage Anura Music Studio and the entire ensemble. Please welcome conductor Hattenbolt. Well, thank you everyone for spending your evening with us. I hope you had a great time. And this concert would not have been possible without the unwavering support of the Mongolian Embassy to the United States of America and our platinum sponsors, Pyramid Granite LLC and Washington University of Science and Technology. Thank you to all our supporters, sponsors, parents, our artist students, and their family. Thank you very much. And very special thanks to the staff and crew of the Millennium Stage of the Kennedy Center. Thank you, everyone, and until next time.
Thank you for joining us at Millennium Stage. For more information about upcoming shows, please check out the Kennedy Center website or Facebook page. At this time, we ask you please head to the back of the seating area so we can safely put away our chairs. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your evening at the Kennedy Center.